crash diets, fad diets, up and down on the scale, losing weight, losing a lot of weight, gaining a lot of weight, going up and down, you name it, I struggled with it for like 20 years. It wasn't until I started to find an alignment within that I started to find a balance with food and with my weight and a comfortability in my body that I had never had before. I talked about how I lost 35 pounds in 6 months without a diet or exercise. I'm going to link that video up here, but there's so much in that video. So today I'm touching on just 3 simple tips that helped me with eating healthy and losing weight and finding a balance with food. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie, and if you're new here, I help people find better mental health, better physical health, better spiritual health. So if becoming your best self and living your best life is something that you're interested in, I would definitely click subscribe because I make new videos every week that can help you level up your entire life. Today I'm sharing 3 tips that helped me to find a balance with food, to find an alignment with eating, and ultimately helped me to become the healthiest version of myself that I've ever been. The first tip I'm sharing to help you eat healthier and lose weight is reframing our subconscious programming about bad foods. The way that I have reframed looking at bad foods is that I no longer believe there are bad foods. I used to think that bread was bad. I used to vilify fruit for having too much sugar. I had a lot of really shitty thought patterns around food. I looked at food as bad. I looked at food as the enemy. There is literally no such thing as bad food, but there definitely is bad ingredients. This is a really big program to deconstruct. We have been literally like shaped and molded to look at certain foods as bad foods, and we think those foods are bad, and we think low-calorie foods are good, and that's not the case. There are real ingredients and there are fake ingredients, and the real ingredients are not bad for us, and the fake ingredients are bad for us. And our subconscious mind is literally controlling 90 to 95% of our beliefs, our thought patterns, etc. That's why this first step of reprogramming the mind to stop looking at bad foods and start seeing bad ingredients is one of the harder aspects. Learning to reprogram our subconscious mind can not only shape your relationship with food, but it can shape your relationship with yourself, with others, with literally everything in your life. Reprogramming the subconscious mind, I think, is one of the #1 things that we should be doing, and not just as it relates to food. I'm going to link another video up here about reprogramming the subconscious mind and the importance of it. If you're looking to just eat healthier and be healthier in your body and you're looking to lose weight, start counting ingredients and stop counting calories. I'm also going to link an article in the description of this video called 7 Ingredients I Avoid at All Costs, even in organic foods. Another thing that I really fell victim of was seeing the organic label and assuming that that food was good for me just because it was organic. And that's not the case. There are a lot of ingredients that are in organic foods that are not good for us. And that's why it's so important to take a step back from villainizing foods and thinking that foods are bad, and instead start villainizing ingredients and looking at the ingredients that are bad, how these ingredients might be harmful to you. This next tip is going to grind a lot of gears. It was something that I pushed back on my own intuition for a long time. Next tip for eating healthy and losing weight is to stop having coffee on an empty stomach. And I get it. I had the habit for probably almost 2 decades where I would wake up in the morning and the first thing I would do is have a giant coffee. At the time where I was having coffee first thing in the morning, I also had a bunch of digestive issues. I had chronic bloating. I had insomnia and different issues sleeping. I needed some weed to sleep. I also prescribed Xanax because I had anxiety issues at the time. I was always stressed out. I would crash almost every day around 3 or 4 p.m. I'm making another coffee. I had depression. I had all types of issues. So obviously having coffee first thing in the morning wasn't working for me because since I have quit coffee first thing in the morning, a lot of these issues are gone. My body didn't need coffee first thing in the morning to spike up my cortisol. My body needed food first thing in the morning to spike my metabolism. This is a little bonus tip that no one's going to want to hear, but you have to stop skipping breakfast. You have to stop skipping breakfast. If you want to eat healthy and you want to lose weight, you cannot skip breakfast. You have to eat breakfast. And this is not rocket science. This is something that we've been told a million times by a million different people. We know that we're supposed to be eating breakfast. The final tip I want to share with you today for eating healthy and losing weight is eating full macro meals. A full macro meal means that each meal has a carb, a protein, and a fat. For so long, I was so scared of carbs. For so long, I was so scared of fat, and I would really limit my intake of carbohydrates and fats. At the end of the day, a balanced meal means balanced nutrition, which means balanced nutrient absorption, which means balanced energy levels, which means an overall more balanced life. My overall well-being is definitely more balanced since I just started eating all of my macros and making sure I have a protein, a carb, and a fat with every single meal. You can literally see how this healthy habit of a balanced meal has created more balance in my life. I stress on this channel the importance of a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy soul is because we require balance. Having balance in our food, which helps us to balance our body, helps us with overall healthier habits. So that means we have better mental habits, we have better spiritual habits, we have better physical habits. It's kind of all working together all the time. I was struggling with food, when I was struggling with my weight, I was also struggling with everything else in my life. Finding the balance with food and finding a balance with the ingredients that I was eating really helped me to bring the rest of that into my life. And eating healthy and eating right, and when I say eating healthy, I don't mean eating low calorie, I mean eating quality ingredients. It all goes hand in hand, and in starting with the food makes everything else so much easier. So this isn't just to help you lose weight and eat right, it's also to help your entire life, because as I said, and as I stress, it all goes hand in hand. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Again, my name is Jackie, and I help people level up mentally, physically, spiritually, and after we find that balance and that alignment within, I help you with the aesthetics of it all. I make new videos every week, so don't forget to click subscribe, and I will see you next week.